Hey folks, thank you for joining me for week 4 of this open thank you letter to everyone who has supported the crowdfunding campaign. Really appreciate every single one of you. Appreciate the fact that you've committed your time, your energy, your money, and you've committed, your gratitude for me doing this, and your appreciation and your thanks and your opportunity to help this mission move forward. And I really appreciate all of you. So let's roll it off, because there was a little bit more contributors this week, and the following, I'm probably gonna have to split this week into 2. As of this recording, I've got 48 more hours until this campaign finishes. I'm at 65% of the way, and so I'm hoping and praying, and I'm working towards having obviously another rest of the campaign complete. So as that gets complete, I'm probably going to have to do maybe 2 more of these videos. So let me kick it off and make it short, succinct, but I wanted to shout out, promote, share each one of these beautiful people, thank them publicly, and just give back that reciprocity of giving both ways. So thank you so much. Obviously these guys are getting books, they're getting special offers, special rewards that you only get in this campaign, special bonuses that you only get in this campaign. So, but along with that, I want to put them out there and share that they've actually contributed to something great and put some good news out there. So firstly, thank you. We'll start off, bit of a drum roll, but we'll start off with Tom Caples, TC as I call him. Been friends our whole school years, high school, grew up in that time together, inner west of Sydney. He's from Petersham. I was living in Newtown and Stanmore and moving around a bit, and it was always good to have such a solid friend. Actually, one interesting fact, the night before I had a serious operation, I went over to Tom's place to play some video games, and what I was doing was I was just doing everything and anything I could to kind of, I guess, forget this operation. I got my body to the best stage. I got every part of me to the best state possible, but my mind was what I was worried about. And getting my mind right before this major operation, I actually went and played paintball a couple of weeks before, and then I went and played video games with him the night before. And literally, as I left, he said, "Oh, you got that big thing tomorrow?" And I said, "Yeah, mate. I'll see you later." And I just wanted to kind of, keep my mind clear and not overthink about that. So thank you, Tom, for being that support center, that person that I couldn't have that with. And actually, when I was going through on the operating table, one of the anaesthetists said, "What's all these bruises on you? What's all these bruises?" And cheekily I said, "Paintball, mate." And he just shook his head, like, "What are you like? What are you doing, mate?" But I appreciate you, Tom. I appreciate you, creating that space for me to be able to get my mind off that major operation that was going to change the course of my life. And I appreciate you and appreciate all the great times that we had together. So thank you for your contribution, mate. Next up, we've got Gail Allen. She is a kinesiologist. She is an incredible person. She's been a friend for a couple of years. She's a good friend, and we've been able to have these kind of group meetings in the past few years and connect and kind of discuss community and contribution and contribution to the greater planet and all those sorts of things. So she's a very spiritually conscious being and really here to help heal and provide a good place for people to transform and heal their lives. So thank you, Gail. I really appreciate your support. Then we've got Josh Mcmartin. Josh Mcmartin, he's been my best friend growing up in high school. Him and TC, my best friends, and really had a lot of, he's one of those friends where we argued a lot, we chatted a lot, we went deep on a lot of topics, and we're able to be real. You're able to be real with that person. You don't have to just have butterflies and snowflakes. You're able to be real with that friendship, and that's what we provided. And he was there for me. He was there for me like no one else. When other friends were making fun of me, and he said, "Hey, like, leave Carl alone, blah blah. He's been through this and that." He was the one who was there for me. He was there for me when I was in hospital, and my grandparents were at home. And I've been living with them. I've been the kind of the noise and the energy in that house for so long, and he was there. He went and showed up and chatted with them and sat with them, and I didn't even ask him to do that, but he went out of his way and he did that, and he didn't even tell me, he didn't even promote it. My grandparents actually shared it with me. So really, really appreciate you, Josh. Appreciate your support of this campaign. Can't wait to see you soon, maybe over here in Perth or in Sydney. And next up, we've got Shandy. Shandy is a fitness extraordinaire. She is someone who has been a flight attendant in her past. She's had 8 years as a flight attendant, traveled the world, went to the most incredible places, had, I was going to say had the balls of steel, but had a lot of confidence to go into a lot of these places and just go and experience and have adventure. And I did a podcast with her a couple of weeks ago, and I've been invited to her network group, and she's awesome what she's doing, and and she's really she creates great content on Instagram, kind of dispelling some of the misnomers in the fitness world. So give her a check out. I'll put her link down, and also I'm going to put everybody's link down in the video below, so you can go and find out more about these people and the brilliant work they do. They are all remarkable at what they do. I know them well, so I can vouch for them. And then next up, we've got Morgan Nelson. Now, talking about knowing them well, I know most of them well. Morgan is someone who I've been following online. He's younger than me. He's an entrepreneur. He's a go-getter. He's a speaker. He has an awesome podcast. I'm going to put all the links down below. But this is one of the incredible things. I've never met Morgan, but Morgan, just believed in my vision, believed in my mission, and he just wanted to contribute. When he saw it, he said, I love what you're doing. I love these sorts of missions. I love these sorts of campaigns. I'm going to contribute. And he contributed a lot. He was one of the top contributors to this campaign. I've never met him face to face in my life. That just goes to show you how incredible that is. I've got family members who I've spent lots and lots of time with, who are, have the resources, have the ability. And this gentleman, just out of nowhere, was one of the top pledges. So, just I think pipped by $13 by Jeremy. So thank you so much, Morgan. I really appreciate you, and I appreciate your support. I'm going to put your links down below so people can go and check you out. And hopefully one day I'll get over to Brisbane and be able to see you and see one of your seminars, one of your workshops in person, and meet you in person, mate. And thank you very much. And then next up, we've got Franco, my Italian friend, mi Italiano friend. He is an awesome guy. He makes his own tomatoes, his own olives. He's very culturally rich. He has a radio station. He's had a radio station that he's run for many, many years. He's very much into multiculturalism and bringing that to light, and really all about community and helping out community as much as possible. And he's an awesome, awesome guy. I've been on one of his radio stations beforehand. He's got a very charismatic way to him. So he's someone that always has you leaving a little bit more charmed and uplifted after you've met him. So thank you very much, Franco. I appreciate your support. And then we've got Carly Arbuckle. Thank you so much, Carly. I really appreciate your support. Carly did work experience for me in my photography business, and really appreciate her. She was great, astute, ahead of her time, and really worked well with her. Taught her about photography, multimedia, as much as she could learn, and kind of worked in well with her to see what parts of the whole photography ecosystem and videography and multimedia and podcasting creation ecosystem that she liked. So I really appreciate you, Carly, and thank you for your support. I can't wait to get the book into your hands. And then next up, we've got John Tedesco. John Tedesco is a brilliant business coach, and he is an awesome guy. I've really enjoyed connecting with him. He's definitely someone who's very much about community. He's got deeper layers to him, kind of like an onion. You peel back the layers and you see those deeper sides to him. He's a very, very awesome guy, and I appreciate your contribution, mates. And please check his links down below. He releases a weekly article around business advice, helping people out with business advice. And he really is someone who has been doing it for a long time, so he has a lot of know-how. So check him down below. And then we've got Dale Beaumont of Business Blueprint. I really, really appreciate your support, mate. You turned around your support. I put the request out and you turned around in no time. I've gone to Dale Beaumont's one-day event. He's someone who gives a lot of value away, gives a lot of content away. He's got a membership where small business, medium-sized business owners can go to and learn a wealth of knowledge about him. He's currently traveling all around Australia. He's going to be coming to Perth soon, so I'll put those links down below. And he's got a free event day where you can go and get as much business advice and find out all about marketing and the different, we know with business, there's so many layers to business. And he's someone that can really help you to kind of get it out of your head and onto paper and map it out. So thank you, Dale. I really appreciate your support. He even said he's going to share it around with some of his business colleagues, and I just can't wait to get the printed book into your hands. So thank you, mate. Appreciate you. Appreciate your support. And then we've got Paul Schill. Thank you, mate. Really appreciate you. Paul, I met Paul when I was going along to a home visits, a charity organisation, to go and do home visits, to go and see people in their home who were some of them might have been disabled at home. Others of them might have been, financially hurt. Some of them were people from the Middle East. I remember this family from the Middle East who was, the daughter had an explosion and it had knocked her across the room, and she hit a wall, and so now she shakes every night. So it was incredibly emotional. I was dropping someone off to Paul, and then I came in, had dinner, and I went and did the home visits, and man, it broke me down. It was amazing. I was given an opportunity to commit more of my energy in a spiritual way, in more of a contribution way, in more of a humanitarian way, and Paul really gave me that opportunity. He was one of the first people to give me that opportunity in terms of his charitable, because he is Mr. Charity. He's always looking to help people. He's got Metal Mission. He also is on the Koori radio station, which I've been lucky enough to be on a couple times with Andrea and him on the Koori radio station that has just now hit national, so it's now a national radio station. Really appreciate Paul, and when we went and saw that family, that Middle Eastern family, all we could give them was a $50 Woolworths voucher with the current charity organisation we were with, and it was just like, me and Paul were both like, well, this is a family of 6, they've just come from the Middle East, they are going to a government, a payment sort of place, and the person there who is the representative there, I'm not saying anything against the organisation, but he's giving them bad advice, telling them to do the dodgy, all this sort of stuff. And this guy's just trying to feed his family. He doesn't speak so much English, and he's struggling a lot of English. So, and Paul and me were both, we want to give this person more, we want to give this person more. And it was amazing to be able to go into those places and realise that charity really starts at home, and we can help make our country stronger. There's a lot of people here that we can help first. And we can help the rest of the world, yes, but charity begins at home. So clean up your neighborhood as best as you can, and that should be a big vision. If you've got big goals, big visions to hit your targets, part of that should be, how can I contribute to my neighborhood? How can I lift up the lives? Thanks to Paul, I've found a similar Paul, a Perth version of Paul in George Booth, and he's also someone who's very charity contribution. He hit the streets yesterday, give down, give can. So thank you, Paul. I appreciate you, and you opened me up to the way that I could contribute more of my heart and soul to other people. Then we've got Rain from Purple Rain. She is a Reiki master. I've gone and seen her. She is excellent at what she does. She's a bright, bubbly, energetic person. I'm going to put her links down below so you can find out a little bit more about her. And she oozes culture from the neighbour to Australia, the New Zealand land. So I really appreciate Rain. I appreciate your support. Appreciate you so much. And then next up we have got Bella, my cousin all the way in Sydney. Thank you so much. Recently Bella has given me an opportunity to actually, while I'm all the way on the other side of the country, to contribute to my grandmother's health, to her mental health, she said, can you please get all your podcasts together that you've done, put them in a playlist, all podcasts that you know that are happy, and then can you also record a section in your book? I know you haven't done the Audible just yet, but can you do that? Send it over to me so I can play it for Dinah. Today, she said Dinah was just overjoyed with listening to my podcast interviews. I said, God, it's going to get repetitive after a while because, and she said, no, Dinah's going to really enjoy it. And she was thinking I was on the radio station. So I really appreciate you, Bella, giving me that opportunity. I grew up with Bella. She was, I guess, like a kind of like a sister to me as we were growing up because we were the same age. We had Clivey as our, as our cheeky, our cheeky aggregator. He was our grandfather, and he was able to bring the biggest kid out of us, and he was a big kid at the end of the day. So we had a very special bond with our grandfather and our grandmother, and a lot of respect for our grandparents. And I'm just so grateful that she's over there helping out Dinah, helping out my grandmother right now. So from my heart, thank you. I really, really appreciate you supporting this. And next up, we've got Alex Chavet, my French friend, Bella's boyfriend. Thank you so much for your contribution. I really appreciate you, mates. He's a web developer. Bella is a copywriter. She's worked for some top companies in Melbourne, with their journalism, with their writing. She's a creative, and she's also writing her own book. It's got elements of Clivey, our grandfather, in it as well. But I won't release too much because I'm sure she'll like to share it more. So Alex is her boyfriend, and I'll put both their links down below so you can find out a little bit more about them. And then next up we've got Tara. Tara is also my cousin, Bella's older sister, someone who I grew up with, someone who really made me feel welcome in the family. She's currently over in Hong Kong with her family, growing her own family big and booming, and look forward to seeing her in the future. But I really, really appreciate you, Tara, and I appreciate your support in this campaign. And we've got Ian Vonberg, Mr. Vonberg. He is a financial advisor with a ton of humor. He just shared with me a recent letter that he put in a local newspaper. Very funny. He's an awesome guy. He's really astute at what he does. He's really passionate about getting that financial intellect into the world, into children, into people, so that they can actually not struggle and suffer and have this big bane on their life that is their spending and their financing, and they're struggling with how to live their life because they can't manage their financial wherewithal. So he's brilliant. He's supported me. He was at my workshop recently where I was sharing phone photography skills, and so I appreciate you, Ian. Really appreciate your support, mates. Thank you so much. And then we have got Adam McDonald, Adzi, as I call him. He is a wakeboarding drone cameraman, just extraordinaire events guy. He's a character of note. He's a YouTuber. I've done quite a lot of different videos with him, creative videos. We had a period of time where we were able to create a lot of different, creative videos and try things out and experiment. And he turned a shed into a studio, and it was incredible. And he is in property inspection. He's obviously flat out. I think he could double as a debt collector. He's very astute. He knows what he's doing. He knows how to read documents and is very, very detail orientated. He's got a strong personality, and he's a great guy. And I always have a great time with Adzi. And I look forward to coming down there and bringing you another bottle of whiskey, mates. And thank you so much for your contribution. I really, really appreciate it. And then next up, we've got Ziggy. Ziggy on the go. Ziggy is my friend. He works as a printer. I'm going to put his link down below, and like I said, everyone else's. And he's from Germany. He's real passionate about how we can run our communities better and how we can run business better. He's created these awesome Friday night drinks networks where all these business owners in the Fremantle area could come together. Really enjoy our chats with Ziggy. He's obviously business owner with creative mindset and looking at the creative ways that he can help service his customers more and more and solve some of the problems that surround business. So thank you for your support, Ziggy. I really appreciate you, mate. And then we've got Taeyong. I don't know if you'll see a greater smile than Mr. Taeyong. Really appreciate your support, mate. Really appreciate just your brightness. He's someone that when you actually see him and you meet him, you actually feel that lift. He's got that bright energy. He's an awesome guy. I really appreciate him, really appreciate your contribution. Looking forward to getting together with you, going to the, well, not yours, but the book writing club that you go to, and yeah, creating more great things with you in the future. So thank you, Mr. Taeyong. And then we have got Christian, Mr. Christian Buttrose. Thank you so much for your contribution, mates. You are an incredible person. I've really gotten to know you through our networks, and you got a bit of that cheek humor to you, which lights up your face, lights up my face. And you've supported me from the get-go since you met me. You're really into supporting, I guess, the next generation and helping this campaign. And I'll put his links down below as well. But I really appreciate you, mate, and I appreciate everyone who supported this campaign, everyone who's dug deep, who's contributed, who believe in me. It's something that I can't even quantify financially, or any numerical value to. Just the belief that people believe in me, believe in what I'm doing, believe in the cause, believe in the fact that we need to, help out with mental health, help out with the next generation, help out with youth health, and we need to find a better way to communicate, to connect, to bring more heart, more soul, to extract the humanity within all of us so that we can collectively lead forth a better life. And that's the vision, that's the purpose of this Decide Your Destiny movement. If you're interested in finding out more about the campaign, like I said, we've got 48 hours left. You can find out the link down below. You can pledge from any level from $10, all the way up to $1,000. You can get ebooks, and there's bonus rewards all the way through. You can get the physical book, signed copy. Please take a look at it. All your support will be helpful, and you will be put in a video just like this. So thank you guys. I really appreciate your support. Really appreciate you. All of you, I'm going to put all the links down below so you can find out more about all the great people that I put in this video and who have contributed to this cause. And as always, guys, thank you. And remember, decide your destiny. Cheers.